Alright, so I'm gonna show you in detail what my sleep paralysis episode looked like last night. It was literally the craziest thing. So I was lying in my bed, sleeping, and suddenly I heard somebody walking through the door. So I was sleeping like this. The door is behind my head like this, and I heard somebody come through the door. And at first I thought it was my husband, but it was clear that this thing or whoever wasn't leaving. It was there to stay and to stare at me sleeping. So I was like, who is that? Like, is that my mom? So I tentatively said, hi mom, and it didn't answer, but only a few seconds later it was clear that it wasn't my mom or my husband, it was something entirely different. And it came to my bed from this side, which is physically impossible because there's a cupboard or like a cabinet, But it was standing right behind me, above me like this, and it held my face like this, and I couldn't see it. I was literally blindfolded because I was wearing a sleeping mask. I wear a sleeping mask every night, and I wear earplugs every night. Without it, I can't sleep. And so it held my face like this, and it kissed me. And this kiss, it was very, very firm, like very strong, very firm. It was very sure of itself, I don't think it was like necessarily there to like hurt me necessarily, but it was really, it didn't care, like, it didn't care about how I was feeling or whether I wanted the kiss or whether I could see, it didn't care about any of it. And it was really unsettling because I was like, what is this creature gonna do now, And it held my face like this, and with those firm, strong hands, and I tried to yank myself awake, but obviously I was paralyzed, so the only thing I could feel was my left hand cramping from the force of me trying to, force it through the paralysis, and I found that it was completely useless, the effort of it. So I tried to calm myself down, to force myself to really just lie down, close my eyes, and wait it out, just like I do every time I experience this thing. And I could hear, it going behind the door and rustling there and just making noise and unzipping something and I don't know what. And but finally I was able to yank myself awake like this, like through my leg, and that's when I woke up. So yeah. So the sleep paralysis, for me, it happens when I sleep too much, too long, when I am too medicated, both of which are true because I have some gastroenteritis from food, I don't know. And so yeah, I did have medication against vomiting, against this, against that, Paralen, you name it, really. And I literally had been sleeping all day and all night, give or take. So yeah, it was like I think it was the most uncomfortable sleep paralysis that happened to me, definitely. I had one more incident which was really like an inception-like experience while being like sleep paralyzed, and I repeatedly woke up in my bed, and I was trying to see if I have already really woken up or if I was still paralyzed. And once there was my cousin by my bed, and I was like asking her, like, is this the reality? Like, am I awake now? And she was like, yeah, you're awake. Obviously it was bullshit, because like how would she even find herself in my room at that hour? But it was hilarious, really.
But yeah, it was more like a curious thing. But this was downright uncomfortable. Like when somebody or something is touching you like this, and it's clear that it's so strong and so careless about what you think about all this, then it becomes really, really scary. Yeah.